There is a moment in every human life when reality hits silently. No warning, no noise, no pain, just a sentence. Your blood pressure is dangerously high. When the doctor said these words, Ahmed smiled. Not because he was calm, but because he didn't understand the danger. He was breathing normally. He walked into the clinic by himself. He had no chest pain, no headache, no dizziness. So how could something so deadly be hiding inside him? This is how blood pressure begins. Quiet, invisible, patient. Blood pressure does not knock on your door. It slowly enters your life while you are busy chasing money, deadlines, late nights, fast food, stress, and excuses. Ahmed was not old, he was not weak, he was not sick, at least that's what he believed. Like millions of people watching this video right now. High blood pressure doesn't come like a storm, it comes like dust. You don't notice it until it starts choking you from inside. Ahmed's days were long. Morning tea, skipped breakfast, office pressure, constant phone calls, lunch from a fast food box, evenings filled with exhaustion, nights glued to screens. His heart kept working, his blood kept flowing, but the pressure inside his arteries was rising. Every salty bite, every sleepless night, every moment of anger, every cigarette, every ignored walk, they were all writing a story inside his body. A story he never read. Blood pressure rises when the blood pushes too hard against the walls of the arteries. At first, the body adjusts. It always does. The arteries stretch, the heart pumps harder, the organs try to adapt. And that is why you feel nothing. This is the most dangerous part. When pain comes, humans react. When silence comes, humans ignore. High blood pressure loves silence. Inside Ahmed's body, his heart was working overtime, not because he was exercising, not because he was strong, but because resistance was increasing. The arteries were tightening, the blood was pushing harder, the heart was getting tired. But Ahmed kept living like nothing was wrong, because nobody taught him that normal life habits can slowly kill you. One evening, Ahmed felt a strange heaviness, not pain, just fatigue. He blamed work, he blamed stress, he blamed lack of sleep. He never blamed his lifestyle. That night, while he slept, his blood pressure stayed high. That pressure was hitting his brain, his kidneys, his eyes, his heart, every second. This is how strokes happen. This is how heart attacks happen, not suddenly, but after years of ignoring signals. High blood pressure doesn't kill in one day. It trains for years. When Ahmed finally checked his blood pressure, the numbers scared him. But what scared him more was the doctor's next sentence. You are not alone. Millions live like this, and many never wake up. That day changed Ahmed's life, not because he panicked, but because he listened. He learned that blood pressure is not a disease of age, it is a disease of habits. It grows where food is fast, life is stressful, movement is rare, sleep is poor, emotions are uncontrolled. He realized that his body was not betraying him, it was begging him. Controlling blood pressure was not about fear, it was about understanding. He didn't fight his body, he started supporting it, slowly, naturally, consistently. He changed the way he ate, not to punish himself, but to heal himself. He reduced salt, not completely, but consciously. He noticed how processed food made his body feel heavy. He felt lighter when his meals were simpler. Food stopped being entertainment, it became fuel. He started moving, Not running marathons, not lifting heavy weights, just walking. Every step told his heart, "I am here with you," and the heart responded. He learned something powerful. Stress was not coming from life. Stress was coming from how he reacted to life. He slowed down his breathing. He paused before anger. He disconnected from noise. And slowly, his blood pressure listened. Sleep became sacred. Screens went away earlier. Nights became quieter. Mornings became fresher. His body finally got time to repair. Ahmed didn't become perfect, but he became aware, and awareness saved his life. Today, Ahmed wakes up knowing something most people don't. High blood pressure is not a death sentence. It is a warning, a second chance. And if you are watching this video thinking, "This sounds like me," then listen carefully. Your body is talking. Don't wait for pain to translate its language.
Ahmed thought the danger had passed once he started feeling better. But high blood pressure is not something that disappears quietly. It leaves marks, invisible ones, inside your body. While you are smiling, talking, working, laughing, your blood pressure may be rewriting your future. Inside the brain, high blood pressure weakens tiny blood vessels. They don't break loudly. They slowly lose strength until one day a vessel bursts, and suddenly a human who was walking, talking, dreaming can no longer speak clearly, can no longer move one side of the body, can no longer recognize loved ones. That is how strokes happen, not because of bad luck, but because pressure was ignored for too long. Inside the heart, the story is different but equally cruel. The heart is a muscle, and muscles get tired. When blood pressure stays high, the heart pumps against resistance every second, day after day, year after year. The heart grows thicker, stronger at first, then weaker, until one day it cannot keep up. That day is called a heart attack, and it rarely gives a warning. Ahmed learned that kidneys also suffer silently. Kidneys clean the blood, but when pressure damages their filters, toxins stay inside the body. Swelling begins, fatigue increases, urine changes, and often people discover kidney failure too late. Eyes, too. Vision slowly blurs, not because of age, but because blood pressure damaged the delicate vessels inside the eyes. Blindness doesn't come suddenly, it creeps. Ahmed realized something terrifying. High blood pressure does not attack one organ, it attacks everything. Slowly, patiently, relentlessly. And the most dangerous lie people tell themselves is, "I feel fine." Feeling fine does not mean being healthy. Ahmed remembered how often he ignored small signs, mild headaches, neck tightness, sudden fatigue, restlessness, all brushed aside because life was busy. The truth is brutal. Life will always be busy, but your body only has one lifetime. When Ahmed started controlling his blood pressure, he noticed something powerful. His body responded immediately. Not magically, but honestly. When he reduced salty foods, his body felt lighter. When he walked daily, his breathing improved. When he slept better, his mood stabilized. When he controlled anger, his chest felt calmer. Blood pressure listens to behavior. He understood that controlling blood pressure is not about one big change. It is about hundreds of small decisions. What you eat, how you react, how you rest, how you move, how you breathe. Ahmed stopped chasing perfection. He chased consistency, and consistency saved him. But not everyone gets this chance. Many people discover high blood pressure after damage is done, after a stroke, after heart failure, after kidney disease. That is why awareness matters. That is why this story matters. If you are young and watching this video, listen carefully. High blood pressure is no longer an old person's problem. Stress starts early. Screens start early. Fast food starts early. Sleep deprivation starts early. So damage starts early. If you think you are safe because you are thin, wrong. If you think you are safe because you are active, not guaranteed. If you think you are safe because you feel normal, that's the biggest mistake. Blood pressure doesn't care about excuses. It responds to reality. Ahmed began checking his blood pressure regularly, not obsessively, responsibly, and every reading told him a story. Some days were better, some days were worse, but now he was in control. He learned that medications are not enemies, they are support. When needed, they protect organs. They buy time. Time for lifestyle changes to work. Time for the body to heal. Ignoring medication out of ego kills silently. Using medication wisely saves lives. Ahmed also learned something deeper. High blood pressure is often connected to emotional pressure. Unexpressed anger, constant worry, fear of failure, need for control. When the mind stays tight, the body follows. He began letting go. Not because life became easier, but because his health became more important. He learned to pause, to breathe, to choose calm over reaction, and his blood pressure noticed. This is something doctors rarely say clearly. You cannot control blood pressure fully without controlling your mind. As weeks turned into months, Ahmed felt different. Not younger, but clearer, stronger, more present. And then one day, his doctor smiled. Not because the numbers were perfect, but because they were controlled. Controlled means safe. Controlled means manageable. Controlled means life continues. Ahmed understood that high blood pressure never truly leaves. It stays in the background, waiting, watching, ready to return if discipline disappears. That is why prevention matters. Not just control. Prevention is respect for your future self. If you are watching this video, this is your moment. Not to panic, but to listen. Check your blood pressure. Change one habit, then another, because health is built in daily life.
Ahmed's journey didn't end when his blood pressure came under control. It was just the beginning. He realized that the silent enemy would return if he let life slip back into old patterns. High blood pressure doesn't just attack adults. It attacks anyone who ignores small signals. Even teenagers, young adults, office workers, students. Anyone living under stress, eating fast food, sleeping poorly, and moving rarely. Ahmed remembered his younger self, staying up late on his phone, grabbing sugary snacks between classes, thinking he was invincible. Now he understood how those harmless habits were setting the stage for a slow disaster. The truth is simple, but harsh. Prevention is more powerful than cure. He started teaching himself how to live differently, not for appearance, not for anyone else, but for his body, his mind, and his future. He realized that controlling blood pressure is like tending a garden. Neglect it for months and weeds take over. Water it, feed it, give it sunlight, and it flourishes. He began paying attention to what he ate, not because he hated food, but because he respected his body. Fruits, vegetables, and whole grains became staples. Processed and fast foods became rare treats, not daily companions. He learned to season meals with herbs instead of excess salt. He replaced soda and energy drinks with water, herbal teas, and natural juices.
Every meal became a moment of care, a step toward freedom from the silent killer. Movement became part of his daily ritual, not a punishment. He didn't force himself to run. He didn't pound every rep. He walked. He stretched. He did light exercises at home. Even small movements mattered because they told his heart, "I am with you. I will help you survive." Ahmed also discovered a mind he didn't know existed. He learned that stress was not always about external problems. It was often about how he reacted to life. He began practicing patience. He began meditating. He spent time in nature. He learned to laugh at small failures instead of letting them pile up inside his chest. Each calm breath, each relaxed thought lowered the pressure in his arteries in ways no medication could replicate. Sleep became sacred. He stopped treating it like a luxury. He went to bed on time. He dimmed lights and screens. He allowed his body to repair. And every morning he woke up feeling renewed, not just tired and stressed. Ahmed understood something important. There is no instant fix. Control is slow. Control is consistent. Control is patient. But control is possible. He also realized the importance of knowing your numbers. Checking blood pressure regularly made him aware. It motivated him to keep up healthy habits. It gave him the confidence that he was on the right track. Knowledge is power, and in Ahmed's case, knowledge was life itself. He knew that medication, when necessary, was a tool, not a crutch. It didn't replace healthy habits, it supported them. It gave his body a fighting chance while he changed his lifestyle. Most importantly, Ahmed realized the emotional part of high blood pressure. Anger, worry, and fear could silently spike pressure just as food or inactivity could. He began choosing calm over reaction, forgiveness over resentment, acceptance over frustration. And in doing so, his heart and mind began to work together. His blood vessels began to relax. His body began to heal. Ahmed's story is proof that high blood pressure is not invincible. It can be controlled, it can be prevented, it can be slowed down, but only if you act before it's too late. If you're watching this, take a moment to reflect. Are you stressed all the time? Are you eating processed or fast food daily? Are you skipping sleep regularly? Do you avoid movement because life is busy? Do you ignore mild headaches, fatigue, or restlessness? Each yes is a small warning from your body. Each one ignored is a step closer to danger. Ahmed's advice to everyone: do not wait for the doctor's words to shock you awake. Do not wait for pain to scare you. Start small. Start today. Drink water. Eat one healthy meal. Take a short walk. Breathe deeply. Go to bed on time. Every small act builds a shield against the silent enemy inside you. Remember, high blood pressure doesn't knock politely. It doesn't wait for weekends or vacations. It doesn't care about your excuses. It only responds to what you feed it, your habits, your choices, your emotions. Ahmed's journey continues every day. Some days are better, some days are harder, but he never goes back because he knows what is at stake: life, health, freedom. So this is your moment. Your body is sending signals. Your heart is asking for care. Your blood vessels are whispering for attention. Will you listen? Will you start? Because every second you delay is a second the silent enemy grows stronger. And this is the truth Ahmed learned. High blood pressure is not a sentence. It is a wake-up call. It is a chance to change. It is an opportunity to respect your body, your life, and your future. Act now. Your heart will thank you. Your mind will thank you. Your body will thank you. Because controlling blood pressure is not just about numbers. It's about living fully, freely, and consciously.